she was my inspiration. She was my hero, my role model. What would Lynne do, is a question I ask myself often. I met Lynne the summer before my freshman year of high school. I joined the same soccer club team as her daughter. She was my Nina at my wedding. We were dear friends.
I met Lynne in 1983. I joined the U.S. Attorney's Office in San Diego. She was already there, so even though I was older, she was senior. Despite me being older, she was infinitely more mature than I was. This was a time when there were maybe 8 women in the criminal division at the U.S. Attorney's Office, but she always held herself with such grace, even under fire. And it's not like she was a shrinking violet either. That woman stood up for what she believed in.
She was a very compassionate person. She was very smart. She had a passion for justice. She had a passion for truth. She loved her kids. She was a full-time, hard-working law firm partner, working law firm partner hours, and yet had time to raise her 2 children who are wonderful young people.
I remember at one point she talked about the freedom that came with basically being a boss, because she got to set her schedule. She got to plan her life and her meetings around her kids. I mean, growing up, I saw her at all the soccer games and tournaments. It was so inspiring for me as a young woman to see that you could do both.
She assisted the Superior Court when judges were under fire. She actually represented my wife and worked with my wife on a few things. She was very well respected in the community. And part of it was that even keel that just always impressed me, and it stayed with her through all the years.
In a fairly segregated neighborhood, a cross was burned on the front lawn of one of the residents. The people who were responsible for it were charged by Lynne as an assistant United States attorney. When the case went to trial, it was a very hotly contested trial.
Lynne, at one point in the trial, tees it up perfectly and says, "Excuse me, Your Honor," and leaves the courtroom. And she, she's a petite woman, and she comes in carrying this huge burnt cross and carries it through the aisle, and thud, and it lands like right in front of the jury.
Defendants were convicted, and it's something that really stuck out in the minds of everyone who was involved in that case and in the system at the time. It was a big deal. Lynne's legacy in the legal community, I think, is she was an important figure during the era in which women were coming to the fore in terms of having a full role in the legal community.
It wasn't just me. I mean, she was so generous with her time to other young women coming up in the profession. I can't think of a person more worthy or deserving of the Distinguished Lawyer Memorial Award.
Having known many of the former honorees, she fits right in. She's the kind of person that we did and should cherish forever.